In the introduction to India's foreign policy, yet another topic I would like to discuss is the nuclear disarmament. And because it is one of the basic principles of our foreign policy, the disarmament and nuclear disarmament. And what is India's position right now? Many of us are a bit confused about the nuclear disarmament and India's position. So, this topic or this video is about the nuclear disarmament. The heading is nuclear disarmament. Nuclear disarmament and India's position. What is India's position on nuclear disarmament? Now, first of all, let me just remind you that Prime Minister Nehru, right from the beginning, since he was an international leader and he was the leader of the third world and the leader of the developing countries and the decolonized countries, and he always spoke on behalf of the developing countries and the decolonized countries. So, he was always worried about global peace, and since it was immediately after the Second World War, so the background is Second World War and the kind of destruction we have seen, and the nuclear weapons finally decided the fate of the Second World War. Japan was defeated, Nagasaki and Hiroshima happened, and by 1949 itself, in 1945 Nagasaki and Hiroshima, within 3-4 years Soviet Union also exploded, conducted their nuclear test. So, the monopoly of the nuclear weapon with US has ended by 1948-49, and this was the beginning of the Cold War, the ideological war between the capitalists and the socialists started, and world was fast deteriorating. The peaceful atmosphere of immediately after the war was fast deteriorating. They were in an expansionist mode. They were trying to expand their influence, and the bloc politics began. Bloc politics, the NATO on one side and Warsaw Pact on the other side. Things were very complex. And this is the context in which we were framing our foreign policy, the basic principles. So, one policy was definitely, in fact, there was a bigger cry for eliminating all nuclear weapons from the face of the earth. So, India's foreign policy as one of the basic principle of the foreign policy was disarmament and elimination of nuclear weapons from the face of the earth. But at the same time, since the world leaders were not ready to give up the weapons, India also pursued its own nuclear agenda or its own nuclear program. Homi J. Bhabha, our father of our nuclear program, he was given the permission. Prime Minister Nehru gave permission to go ahead with the nuclear program. Whatever way you want to conduct, you please conduct, because there is no agreement in the world. And meantime, in 1960s, the NPT negotiation started. The Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty negotiation started. And in 1966, 1st January 1966 was the cutoff date to decide on who are nuclear weapon states and who are not nuclear weapon states. All those who exploded their nuclear device before 1st January 1966, they were all declared as nuclear weapon states. So, this this kind of war, the nuclear race was going on. India also tried, but unfortunately it did not work out. We could not conduct any nuclear tests during this time. So, India was on the other side. So, but when the NPT came into force in 1970, the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty came into force in 1970, India did not join. India refused to sign NPT as a non-weapon state. India refused to sign NPT as a non-weapon. It was a shock to the world, because till that point India was in the forefront in arguing for nuclear disarmament. But in 1970, for the first time, when the real issue came, when the issue of signing the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty came, India refused to sign. When India refused to sign, Pakistan also refused to sign. So, there were three major countries who did not sign NPT. It was India, then Pakistan, then Israel. So, three countries refused to sign Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. Meantime, India continued our nuclear program. And but we still continue to say that we are ready for nuclear disarmament, but everybody should agree for nuclear disarmament. And this process continued, and in 1974, India conducted our peaceful nuclear explosion, PNE. Indira Gandhi called it as peaceful nuclear. There is nothing peaceful in nuclear explosion, but we call it as the peaceful nuclear explosion. And the Smiling Buddha, the code name for the nuclear test was Smiling Buddha. And we gave this name, this code name was basically, this was conducted on a Buddha Purnima day. That is why it was called as Smiling Buddha. And we were the first country outside the permanent nuclear weapon state, the P5 countries, the permanent 5 of the UN Security Council, the permanent 5, the P5. We were the first country. The P5 are US, USSR, UK, then France, and China. So these 5 are they are the permanent members of the UN Security Council. They all are nuclear 5 also. So P5 is also known as N5. But we were the first to conduct the nuclear test. But even then, when we conducted the test in 1974, India did not insist that we have become a nuclear weapon state. We only said that we have conducted, it's a technology demonstrator, it's a peaceful nuclear explosion. So please see the difference here. The difference is India did not want to declare ourselves to be a weapon state in 1974. We only said it's a peaceful explosion. It's a technology demonstrator. We never claimed our nuclear status in 1974. We never claimed India as a weapon state. We said we have the technology, but we did not say anything about the weapons. We did not disclose, or we did not display, or we did not claim our nuclear status in 1974. And we still continue to insist that there should be nuclear disarmament. Everybody should agree for nuclear disarmament, and we are also ready to give up the nuclear weapon. In 1988, the next step came in 1988 during Rajiv Gandhi's time. During Rajiv Gandhi's time, in fact, he made a famous speech in the UN General Assembly in 1988. And Rajiv Gandhi said that there should be a time-bound global program for nuclear disarmament. And he gave a time schedule up to 2020. How all the countries should give up nuclear weapon, including India. In fact, that offer was not just for India. We said it's a global plan for nuclear disarmament in 19. So Rajiv Gandhi's plan and Rajiv Gandhi's offer of 1988 UN General Assembly speech is still relevant. And we are insisting that the whole world, everybody should give up. Nuclear weapons are bad, and all of us should give up nuclear weapon. That is our stand of 1988. Then in 1998, we conducted a second round of nuclear tests during the BJP government, the NDA government's time in 1998. Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee took the lead, and we conducted 5 more tests. And we called it as Operation Shakti. Operation Shakti. And we conducted 5 tests, but now in 1998 our stand got changed. From 74 to 98, we were talking about we are having nuclear technology, we have peaceful nuclear explosion, that's all. But in 1998, India openly declared ourselves to be a nuclear weapon state. We said we are outside NPT and we are a nuclear weapon state. So we claim our credentials as a nuclear weapon state since 1998. So the difference is 74 to 98, we conducted the test. We never said that we have weapons. We said we have the technology, we can, but we never displayed, we never disclosed. But 98 onwards, we are claiming ourselves to be a weapon state. And this was followed up by the 2005 Indo-US nuclear deal. So this Indo-US nuclear deal, signed by Prime Minister Manmohan Singh and George Bush, President George Bush, is a landmark in the history of India and in our nuclear policy. And here the US also accepted India as a weapon state, and they have agreed to have peaceful nuclear cooperation with India. Minus weapon program, we will have, India and US will have cooperation other than the weapon program. And in the process, US also acknowledged that India has weapon program. Some of the facilities are for weapon program only. The rest, there will be cooperation between India and US. So that was a major change. But even now, India has not signed NPT, but India's position on nuclear disarmament is still the same. India still insists that there should be nuclear disarmament. Please understand the difference. This is the difference. India is one country having nuclear weapon. It is accepted by the boss of the world, the local gunda of the world, that is the US. US has acknowledged India's weapon by signing the Indo-US nuclear deal of 2005, and subsequently it has followed up with the final agreement in 2008. But the difference is India says there should be nuclear disarmament even now. Countries like China, they are not talking about nuclear disarmament. US, they don't want to give up nuclear weapons at all. Even France and UK, they are not agreeing for nuclear disarmament. But India says there should be nuclear disarmament. The only difference is all the countries in the world should disarm on a time-bound manner in an organized way. There should be a schedule, and if everybody is sticking to the schedule, India is also willing to give up its nuclear weapon. So, are we still holding on to the nuclear disarmament principle? Yes. The only difference is since the rest of the world did not agree on giving up the nuclear weapons, we also conducted our nuclear test twice. We have nuclear weapons right now. But we have also compromised, or rather I will say we have finally agreed with the US. There is a compromise agreement has been signed with the US also. Thereby India's nuclear program has been, even though we were an outcast in the nuclear program, now we have literally we can say we have come back into the nuclear arena through backdoor with the help of the Indo-US nuclear deal. And even now, India insists that there should be complete nuclear disarmament. There should be a time-bound program for disarmament. India stands by that statement, and we want all other countries also to agree on this. So that is the position on India's position on nuclear disarmament, and this is quite unique. No other country has this right now. That's all about this nuclear disarmament.